Welcome back to the channel, my fish and I, aka my fish and I. Today we're going to be discussing a very interesting fish, as you can see from the title, the angel fish cichlids. I'm talking about the freshwater version. They also have angel in the saltwater, but that's another conversation for another video. So the angel species of cichlids found in South America in the Amazon River Basin. The angel fish are popular in the hobby because they have long flowing fins and a lot of different variety and variation. In my 150 right here, I have around 9 of them. Some of them are golden yellow, some of them are pure white, some are black and white, some are pure black, some are black and gray. Some of them have a little silver sheen going on. So whatever type of angel you like, there's one that you will find in that variety. Also, their temperament is actually peaceful towards a lot of other fish. I've been keeping angel for over 15 years. I even have an angel, the one that's the yellow and gold over there. He is actually about 10 years old. That's right, 10 years old. So they live a long time if you take good care of them. So I guess he's 10 and counting because he's still alive. You can keep them in a pair, or you can keep them in anything from a group of 6 or more. In my 150 back here, I have 9 of them. They're peaceful to other fish, but they tend to be aggressive towards each other. Nothing to really damage each other too much, but they'll chase each other and sparring and doing all sort of crazy things to one another. But you can keep them in a variety of tanks. I kept them with African cichlids. I kept them with tetras. Right now I have mine with a variety of fish, from the pink-tailed chalceus, the roseline bark, the albino threadfin acquara, Congo tetras, Cory Doras. What else is in this tank? Probably Gara. That's all I can see. Oh, bristlenose plecos. So they get along, and I don't see them chasing the other fish. They only just bicker between each other. If you can see in the video, look, fight against each other. I noticed that I keep them in a temperature ranges from 25 degrees all the way up to like 30 degrees. So in the summertime, I keep them around 30 degrees hot. They're more aggressive at that time. In the winter time, I keep them at 25 degrees, and they're much calmer at that time. That's, I guess, 77 degrees Fahrenheit to 86 Fahrenheit. Yeah, in the temperature range. So as I said, you can keep them with other fishes. They're pretty hardy fish. Most people don't know they get large. They get large and they live long, so it's a long-term commitment. So I see some people have them in a small tank, like a 5-gallon. They're gonna outgrow that. 10-gallon, they're gonna outgrow that. Unless you're breeding them, you put them in a 20-gallon for a breeding pair. That'll be fine, I guess. But they get large. One is like big of the 10-year-old, the one that's silver and gold or yellow. He's like big as a palm of my hands and 6-inch long. So they get quite big as a cichlid. I see they're nice and little and cute, but people don't know that they get kind of big in the long term. They're a fish that eat anything. I feed mine anything I put in it, they eat it. I feed them ranges from vegetable, fruits, flakes, pellets, worms, shrimps. Just cut them up real small so they can eat it. And these guys are pigs, man. They just go after it and just name up the food. So they're not picky eaters. Once you give them the right environment that they're happy, you won't have any problem. They need a large swimming space, because they swim all over the tank from top to bottom, side to side. And as I said, over time they're gonna get large, so you gotta have the space for them to grow and have the space for them to swim. Therefore, they're one of those nice active fish. You know, you'll see them chasing around each other. They know when you're coming to the tank. They'll greet you. and they know you're gonna feed them. So I feed them bananas, I said. I feed them some cucumbers, I feed them spinach, feed them all sort of stuff, brine shrimp, bloodworms. They eat anything, so they're not really picky either, but as I said, it's a nice cool species to have. They're active, they're social when you come to the tank, and it's a pleasure to keep. When they're older, they're much hardier. I guess when they're smaller, they're easy to die, because when you're breeding them, I remember when I was breeding them, and if you slack on those water change, you're gonna lose a lot of the babies, because I guess they didn't build their immune system. But in this tank, I do water change like 25% once a week, or it's even sometimes I do like 50 to 60% every 2 weeks, and they're fine with that. As I said, man, they live long, healthy, and they're fun. They can be territorial, so that's why if you want to keep a lot of them, you have to have a large tank, so you have plenty of room. They'll establish their territories, and you won't have much issue with them. They're known for their bright colors, long flowing fins, color variation. As you can see, all the different colors in my tanks. That's what people love Angel for. So thank you, and hopefully you learned something about the tank care, the requirements, and please like and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. I'd let the video roll so you can see some footage of how the Angel interact with their tank mates. Look at those pink-tailed Chelseas, they're so beautiful. Oh yeah, even a Scredler rainbow, one of my rainbow babies, still alive up in that tank. I couldn't catch him, so I just let him. So I think there's two rainbow fish in there. So as I said, I used to keep the Angel even with just rainbows when I had them in the 75-gallon before I upgrade to the 150. And look, even I just realized I have some Calvises in there. So as I said, these fish get along with anything, man. Thank you for watching.